Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today we got a crazy news story. The U.S. is nearing up to 5 million in coronavirus cases, so we're gonna get into that. Okay, so as you can see, this right here is the news article. Now, let me turn my volume up real quick. So this is the news article that was released, and this was released 19 hours ago, August 9th, 2020. U.S. nears 5 million mark in coronavirus cases. It says the U.S. passed 4 million cases a little more than 2 weeks earlier on July 23rd. The United States neared another grim milestone Sunday, approaching 5 million coronavirus cases of the coronavirus. You guys think about that? Just think about that for a second. That is a lot of people. That is a decent amount of the population of the US. I mean, 5 million people. And we're gonna get into whether or not, what all has happened to them. So, it says, confirmed cases of the coronavirus as deaths attributed to the virus topped 162,000 people in the U.S. has died from the coronavirus. That is insane. That is a lot of people. And then, so Johns Hopkins University pegged the U.S. total at 4,998,105 as of Sunday morning. That is insane. While the New York Times claimed its own database showed the U.S. already surpassing the 5 million mark. That's crazy. The U.S. continues to have the highest number of the cases in the world, with Brazil and India trailing in second and third place, the New York Times reported. See, now this is crazy for me because I live in the U.S. Currently, I live in the U.S. So this is crazy for me to be seeing that this many people have either died or, they got cases of it. And if people aren't dying from this, they're most likely in the hospital, hospitalized because of it. Brazil has now joined the U.S. with more than 100,000 coronavirus deaths, according to Johns Hopkins University. On Saturday, President Trump signed 4 executive orders that included a $400-a-week supplement unemployment payment to out-of-work Americans, short of the $600 weekly benefit that expired at the end of July and Democrats wanted to extend. Following a stalemate in Congress, Trump also announced an extension of student loan relief and protections from evictions for renters and homeowners. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi decalified, and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer DNY called Trump's actions weak. I mean, you really gotta take a look at this. This shit is crazy, man. Trump orders $400 per week unemployment payments, and COVID crisis hits Dems for stonewalling. Today's meager announcements by the president showed President Trump still does not comprehend the seriousness of the urgency of the health and economic crisis facing working families. I mean, seriously, man. So many people have lost their jobs because of COVID-19, or a lot of people are on unemployment now because of this. There's a lot of people not even working because of the COVID-19, which is crazy, man. This is not good. And people are even becoming homeless, because they ain't able to pay their bills. They ain't able to pay, bills that they need to pay, like rent, electricity, water, I've read so many articles about this, and we're getting into that. It should be on here somewhere, but if not, we will get into that in another news story. But it says Pelosi and Schumer said in a joint statement Saturday, it says, "We are disappointed that instead of putting in the work to solve Americans' problems, the president instead chose to stay on his luxury golf course to announce unworkable, weak, and narrow policy announcements to slash the unemployment benefits that millions desperately need and endanger seniors' Social Security and Medicare." How could he do this shit, man? Like, he clearly doesn't give a fuck about the Americans, you know. He really does not give a fuck. From what I'm reading, he really don't. Cases were rising in 7 states, including Louisiana, Mississippi, and Florida, which had the sharpest spike proportional to a population, the Times reported. This shit's crazy, man. Like, this shit is spreading everywhere. I don't know if you guys know this, but China and Japan, I think that's like mainly where the coronavirus came from, like spread it from. But I think the virus is actually, like, they done pretty much got that taken care of in Japan and China, I think. From what I've been reading on these news articles, California, Florida, and Texas had the highest total numbers of cases according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The U.S. passed 4 million cases a little more than 2 weeks earlier on July 23rd, the Times reported. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert, said this month that drug makers will likely have tens of millions of vaccine doses ready by early next year and at least 1 billion by the end of 2021, but cautioned vaccine will likely be far from 100% effective. Okay, so I really hope that vaccine helps the people that have coronavirus, and I'm thinking everybody is probably going to have to get this vaccine, even people that, you know, don't have that haven't been tested positive for it. I feel like everybody should get the vaccine. But then again, you know, people have their own opinions, and people, you know, everybody's going to do what they want to do. Some people might not want to get the vaccine, but honestly, I think everybody should get it. It would be best for everybody to get it, so this shit don't spread as much. I mean, that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I'm going to be uploading daily news stories, so if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and see you in the next news story, which will be, the video should be uploaded here soon, so yeah.